The intended use of this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guests independently, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of UpDog Challenge Incorporated, its sponsors, or any other partnered organizations. UpDog Challenge Incorporated does not guarantee the accuracy or reliability of any opinions expressed. In no way should the information provided during the Sweet Spot and UpDog podcast be considered veterinary, medical, legal, or professional advice. At all times, the advice of your personal professional should supersede any information provided, derived, or inferred from listening to this podcast.
Ready, set, go.
Welcome to the Sweet Spot, an UpDog podcast. I'm Andre Morissette.
And I guess that makes me Jack Faley. And we are your hosts today. We do not have a guest, but we have what we think will be a very hot topic, something you'll want to tell your friends about. And in particular, we are talking about this because of UpDIF 2027. UpDIF 2026 hasn't even happened yet. We're like right in the middle of like the busy season of trying to get everything ready for UpDIF 2026. But we are thinking about UpDIF 2027. That's how these things go.
Yep.
And one of the things that we are going to be doing for 2027 is we are adding, I don't want to give it away right away at the very beginning of our episode here, but we will be adding at least one new game to level 2. Currently at UpDIF, there are a number of games that we play level 2. We play
freestyle and throw and go, I think.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, so we play freestyle level 2, throw and go level 2, fragility level 2.
With a caveat, we do, I think at UpDIF, we do let them have a second disc, don't we?
For fragility, yeah.
So there is a caveat for UpDIF level 2 fragility. Usually level 2 fragility does not allow a lore disc, but we do at UpDIF because we have all different levels playing. And so we want everyone to have success, especially in that environment with all those fields running. If you need a second disc to get your dog back, we want to make sure that you have that disc. So that's one thing you'll see at UpDIF that you wouldn't normally see if we were playing level 2 with fragility.
Yeah, and the whole idea of level 2, of the concept of level 2, all the way back from, 2014 when we started UpDog, was we had this idea of wanting to help teams work on their skills and create these games that would level up so that players would level up. And we have a mantra, I guess you would call it, our UpDog mantra of play, achieve, expand.
Yep.
And this is definitely part of the expand. Like, hey, you've mastered this game, you've got these skills down. We're going to throw a little bit of a challenge your way and see if you can level up again. Again, go out there, play, achieve, and let's see if you can pick up these new skills that we provide by leveling up the game a little bit.
Yep.
And of course, we want to tell you guys this early because it's now late February, mid to late February, and we want to get this information out to you guys quickly because as you plan your events, I know how it is, if you know that a game is being played at level 2 at UpDIF, that game typically starts getting played at level 2 at events, which is exactly what we want because again, that levels up your skills.
Yep.
So when UpDog started, we had 3 games.
Yep.
Fragility, throw and go, and four-way play.
Yep.
2 of those 3 are currently played at level 2 at UpDIF. So it was a logical choice for the team when we talked about which game should we level up, to level up that 3rd original game. So four-way play at UpDIF 2027 will be played at level 2.
That's
so
awesome.
Like level 2, level 2. Four-way play, I think, is one of the easier games in terms of being able to get started. ease of
Mhm.
entry for players. Of course, I love it because it's a hard game to master when you really think about the teams that are killing it out there in four-way play and the total, their scores or total scores that they're getting are just, insane to think about how many quads they're completing and things like that.
We had to make new
Um,
score sheets and everything. We didn't think people were going to be getting to 4 and 5 quads.
right. Right. I remember when we had somebody get three quads and we were like, what?
And now that's like it's an above average round, but you see that all day long at UpDiff. And the people are, really looking for 4 and 5 quads now to be competitive. 5 quads is usually what's winning that game at our UpDiff events.
Yeah. So 2027, let me clarify. So not 2026, not this updiff that's coming in a month. I don't want anyone freaking out. Oh
No
my gosh, I
panicking.
got to practice level two. It's the same. It's level one this year at UpDiff, but in 2027, it will be level two. So if you are a host club, if you run a host club rather, think about offering level two more at your events. You can still offer level one. You absolutely should for those new
Yep.
players. You don't want to start them out at level two. So you might be offering both level one and level two of this game. I know a
Mhm.
lot of people do that with throw and go and for agility as well. So Dre, I thought we could take a couple minutes and I'm going to actually share my screen and we'll
Fun.
talk about the difference between level one and level two four-way
Perfect.
play. All right, and let me make this larger.
Yeah.
There we go. That look good?
Yep, that looks perfect.
All
All
right,
right, so
so
this is
this
our
is
regular
our
four-way, our regular four-way play field level one.
Yeah, so the field layout of four-way play doesn't actually change. However, you know that this middle square here is called our sweet spot. And in level one, all of the throws from the player, from the handler, the human handler, must take place from this center square that we call the sweet spot. And you
Mhm.
go around collecting quads, blah, blah, blah. It's a very simple shift for level two in terms of the rules anyway. It's simple.
It's
So
like,
I love level two forward play. I find it more fun than level one. But anyways, um, so you start same thing, start in the sweet spot, and I complete my quad, ready, set, go. I go about completing these catches, these four catches. Once I complete the first quad, something different happens. Dre, what happens?
the sweet spot moves.
So I need to leave the sweet spot, and
Hmm.
as the handler, I can move either to the left
Or to
or
the
to
right.
the right, and I need to make my throws either from this zone or from this zone. So I can choose which direction I go first. Maybe it depends on where your disc landed or whatever, or where your dog is. So I complete these four, complete the first quad, the judge will say quad cleared. And then let's say I move to the right. So I move over here. Now the catch zones don't change.
Right. You have
So
to
I
throw in all
still
the
need
same zones. You have too close and too far.
Yeah, so now I'm standing right here. All I got to do is chuck it right there. But now I can't run up, here and just chuck a short one here. I must throw this at least 10-yard throw from right here to 3 and 2. So my quad, I got to clear the second quad from this zone over here on the right.
Mhm.
Once I clear the second zone,
Mhm.
I move again. Now
To
I
the
got
other
to move
side.
all the way back over to this side. So whichever side I didn't choose, I have to now run as I'm attempting to clear my third quad. Now 3 and 2 are close, and I can just do little dump catches there or whatever. I got to chuck it pretty far to get to the 4 and the 1.
Yep.
All right, so now I've knocked out three quads. Dre, after three quads, what do we do?
Back to the sweet spot in the middle.
All right, so now I
I didn't
run.
get that far when I did
I was just going to say,
it.
if I'm lucky enough to clear more than three quads, which I know many of you are, you then go back to the original spot where you were throwing, the sweet spot. And by the way, the sweet spot doesn't actually change. The sweet spot always stays the same in terms of like your sweet spot bonus, but your throwing zone changes. So now I'm throwing from the sweet spot again. If I clear my quad and I clear 4 quads,
You get
I
to pick
then
a
have
side
a
again.
choice. Yeah, I then have a choice again as to which one to go back to.
Left or
So again,
right.
I could go over here and do it the same way, or I could go to the left. And typically, it probably is going to depend on where your discs are on the ground. Um, One of the things that is tricky is, let's say that I cleared the first quad from the sweet spot. Then I moved over to the right. I cleared the second quad and I ran over here and I got my 3 and my 2. Time is ticking down. I want to get the sweet spot bonus. This is not the sweet spot. I can't
Right.
stand here and get the sweet spot bonus. I must go back into this zone to get the sweet spot bonus. So just remember that the middle zone is always your sweet spot bonus zone. Um, Now, the sugar rush, where you kind of like, throw it at the last second from the sweet spot and get points for the sweet spot
Yeah,
plus
because you have
the
to throw from
catch,
the throwing zone, but it has to be
that,
caught in the sweet spot. Yeah.
yeah, that becomes a little bit of a challenge. I mean, I guess it's possible if I'm over here and let's
Clear
say
that
my dog
zone.
just
Yeah.
caught the 3 or something, and from this zone, I gotta throw it from this zone, so I could throw it
Throw it, hop
and,
in
yeah, throw
with
it,
another
maybe a
disc in the sweet
roller.
spot and your dog in the sweet spot. You could do a roller across to
Right?
four,
Time
4 to 1.
expires, and then my dog gets a catch in the 4. There'd be some really good timing have to occur to make that happen.
I'm excited for 2027 now to see how many people. We should have a special Sugar Rush bonus, like a special achievement for anybody who could pull off the Sugar Rush for level 2 at UpDiff 27. We have to make a sticker for that or something, Jack, because that'll be really cool. I've never seen that happen in real
Yeah.
life.
We could definitely make a sticker for that as one of the achievements for the day. And we have a Sugar Rush graphic artwork that our artist has made. It's pretty cool. And we haven't really used it for much at all. So that would be a cool sticker to get out there for the Sugar Rush for level 2. So anyways, level 2's pretty fun. And I think you guys will enjoy it. It's a little bit, like I said, it ups your skills a little bit. You've got to move a little bit more. Your disc management gets more spread out, so you've really got to manage the discs a little bit, control that drop with your dog. Um,
It's like
it's a
greedy
further,
light, kind of. It doesn't have quite as much movement from the handler, but you're still throwing to zones and having to manage disc management when your throwing zone is changing. I think greedy is that's one of the unique things about it is that it requires the handler to move so much. And this is kind of like a lighter version of that. Doesn't require as much movement, but still gets you moving. So if you really don't like greedy, play 4-way play level 2 and it'll get you primed up for a little more greedy play.
so it's like the training ground for greedy.
Yeah.
You can build up your lung capacity with 4-way play level 2 and then go on to greedy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
anyway,
fun.
there you go, guys. 4-way play level 2, 2027. Be ready.
In the
Again,
future.
not 2026. Not, let
Not
me
in
make
April.
sure. Yeah,
Deep
not
breath, deep
April,
breath.
but
Not right now.
but
Next
next
year,
year.
we're going to
Um,
be leveling up 4-way play at UpDiff. And that's not the only game that we're
what?
going to be leveling up, Jack.
What? We're
We're
gonna have a double level up?
gonna have a double level up.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's so exciting. So much to look forward to. You guys are gonna be thinking like, oh man, this year is UpDog UpDiff Light because next year we're leveling up 2 more games. So, any questions about 4-way play level 1 or level 2 changing, go ahead and put them in the comments. We are happy to answer those. And that's the difference between level 1 and level 2 is that our throwing zone shifts left and then right and then back to the middle and then back to left and back to right. And we're going to have special sweet spot bonuses for anybody who can pull off a sugar rush
Well,
at
now that
UpDiff.
Dre said it, I guess it's
We
real.
have to do it.
I gotta do it
We
now.
have to do it. Yep. All right.
All
What other
right,
game
so
are we thinking,
Dre,
Jack?
cat's out of the bag. So there's gonna be a second game
Yep.
that is going to be leveled up for 2027. So we know our three original games were Frizz Agility, Throw and Go, and four-way play.
But we have
We
a sort of another original game. So we added a couple games pretty much right away as soon as we started the
Yep.
first three. And this is the one that we're leveling up is one of the next levels of games that we added. So which game is it, Jack?
Oh, you want me to announce? All
I
right.
want you to announce this one.
So the next game that will also be played at level 2 at UpDiff 2027 is Spaced Out.
Whoop whoop. Pew pew pew. Yay for all you spaced outers. I have never played level two spaced out, so I'm looking forward to Jack giving us what his experience is of playing that game and what some of the differences are.
All right. as I'm
Before
talking
before
here, I'm gonna pull up the Spaced Out field. So one of the big differences for Spaced Out Level 2 is Spaced Out Level 1 is a 3x3 game, meaning that you can play that game in the 3x3 grid in the middle of the field. You don't need the entire field. For Spaced Out Level 2, you actually do need the whole field. So I'm going to pull up the field here so you guys can see. All right, Dre, is that
it
up there?
worked. Yeah, I just got to make it bigger now.
All right,
All right,
there
that
we
looks
go.
so there
So,
we go.
as you can see, like it basically looks the same. The 3x3 grid looks the same. I've got my five throwing zones and my four catch zones right here. But then there are
There's two
two
more.
more catch zones that are added at the sides of the fields. So
Yep.
now we've got six catch zones, which of course is going to be a challenge, right? Now I've got to catch six catches in order to earn my spaced out bonus.
Yep. And they're further, well, depending on where your spot is, they are on the outskirts of the field. So
They are on the outskirts of the field. And so, in order to make this task a little bit easier in Spaced Out Level 2, Spaced Out Level 1, you get 8 discs. Spaced Out Level 2, you actually get more discs. As if I could barely hold 8. Now,
you got to
now
hold
I can
10.
take Yeah, now I can take 10 out onto the field. So I can get out there with 10 discs. We should have made it 16 just for the heck of it.
It would be,
Like level
well,
2
pairs,
double.
level two pairs spaced out can have 16. How about that?
So 10 discs. Now here's the other additional catch to make it easier for the handler. You guys all know then in Spaced Out, before you enter the field, there either you roll a dice or the sound engineer rolls a dice for you
Mhm.
digitally or whatever. And you are randomly selected one of these throwing zones. In level 2, you actually get 2 dice rolls. So I might get a 1 and then I roll it again and I get, say, a 3.
Mm.
That means that as the handler, I can start either in 1 or in 3, and at any point in time during the game, I can shift to the other throwing zone. So talk about movement around the
That's
field,
really
Dre.
cool.
With four-way play level 2, I might have to do like a 20-yard wind sprint here to get
Yeah.
from
Because
3
you have to
over to
be in
1.
the semicircle. It's not just in the zone. Your foot has to be in the semicircle. So if you get spread out like that, it might not help you to
Right.
actually use that second zone unless you can't throw to the further. So for anybody that can't throw 20 plus yards, if you're in one and you need to hit that outskirt throw out there, you can move to the whatever other one you got. What happens if somebody rolls the same number twice?
So if somebody rolls the same number twice, it's actually lucky. So
It means
let's
they
say you
hold it
roll
like a
double
stick.
threes. let's say you roll double threes. It doesn't mean that you're screwed and you have to stay in level three. It's not level three, sorry. Stay in zone three the whole time. You actually get to, it's like getting a
Six.
six when you roll the one dice. You get one of your zones is zone three because it was double threes. So zone three, and then you get to pick the other zone. So if you are like, hey, I would like three and four,
Yeah.
or I'd like three and five, so that sometimes getting zones that are on opposite ends of the field are nice because like I could start over here in three, start knocking all these out, and then once my discs are kind of on the ground and I go out to pick up discs, I can go out to pick up
Move
these
to the
discs, and
next
then instead of
throwing
running
zone.
back, I just run over here to five or
Yeah.
one or whatever one that I've got, and now I can knock out this side of the field.
That sounds like greedy too. What is it with all these level two games seeming like greedy? That's awesome. Yeah, so that creates really good handler movement and ties in disk management, which, disk management's obviously still something that you have to think about in spaced out, but mostly it's just go out, grab your stuff, and come back. But this one allows more strategy depending on what you get for your second dice roll that you can plan out picking up your disk management, your disks as you go, and then operating from the closest zone, whatever's left over. So you don't have to run back inefficiently across the field. Now, if you had like a two and a three, that's not going to help you a whole lot, right?
Right.
Or
I
one
mean,
and a five.
a lot of times when I play spaced out, I don't even move because
It
sometimes
happens so fast.
depending on what my throw zones were, my dice rolls,
Yeah.
it may not be strategic for me to move. Like it doesn't make sense. And if I get a four is still pretty nicely laid out in the middle of the field. You can kind of hit all of the zones. The longest throw you have is still like I guess from four it would be 20 yards to get to this one.
Right. Yep.
So not too bad. Now if I'm over here at three and I got to get all the way over here, now we're
That's a
looking at
30-yard throw.
30, 31, 32 yard throw. So I may decide I want to move. But again, this is the challenge. We are trying to level up your skills,
Yep.
play, achieve, expand. We really want those folks that maybe you've topped out, maybe your throw is topped out at like, 22 yards or something. See if you can't work on your technique to get an extra 7, 8 yards out there so that maybe you
Yep.
can play spaced out level two at a little higher level so that you don't have to run as much if you don't want to try to run across the fields. Now, there is another rule change in spaced out level two because it's harder to space out because you need 6 catches and not four. The
Mhm.
spaced out bonus in level one is 25
Oh,
points.
right.
If you space out in level two, you are going to get a bonus of 45 points. And that's off the top of my head. Let me just click on this. Up, I was
40.
wrong. 40 points. 40 points. See, I knew I shouldn't have done that off the top of my head. So the spaced out bonus in level two is 40 points. Again, I don't even know if I haven't looked at the data to see like are scores typically higher in level two than in level one, or are they about the same or a little bit lower? Again, this might be one of those we might need a sticker for this one too, Dre.
Yeah, how
I'm
many
sure it'll be on
getting
it.
one spaced out or getting spaced out at all?
I was just gonna say, yeah, just getting us spaced out in level twos is something. Like, so that could be we could definitely do a sticker for that one. Maybe that'll be the game of the day for this day. Um, I'm trying
Yeah.
to think if there's any other rules that are
Yeah,
different.
the interesting thing that I'm getting from going through these level two at UpDiff versus a level one is really in all of our level one games, you don't need to throw further than the sweet spot. 20 yards will get you everywhere you need to go. And our level two games all ask you to really be able to throw accurately in the 30s, potentially depending on what zone you're in or what strategy you're playing. To play fragility at a high level for a level two, we're looking for past a 20-yard throw versus just past the 10-yard line. So I mean, you have the option to throw the 10, right? But if you can get 20 some points for the catch instead. So for level two, we're really looking for you to push your throwing skills and your accuracy skills past what we would say can be competitive in level one. Because in level one throw and go, you can throw the sweet spot and be just as competitive as a thrower that can throw the 40-yard zone, but in level two, you can't. There's an advantage for
Right.
people to throw longer. And we did that intentionally. We actually thought a lot about that and worked the math a lot to make sure that there was a benefit for people throwing longer because we want to push those skills and we want everybody to be able to, level up their throwing ability to not stay at just a 20-yard throw, but be able to throw accurately at 30 plus yards. And there's all the
Yeah, and
boomers out there. They appreciate that.
oh God, let's not start that conversation. That's a podcast on its own. We
On
need to
its
do
own.
we need to do a point counterpoint
Yeah.
boom
We need two
podcast.
guests. We need a lover of a boom and
Right.
an anti-boomer.
Exactly. I think
Yeah.
Kat would sign up for the hater of boom.
I would also be, we could just represent the haters of Boom and you bring somebody who likes it and you guys can be the lovers of Boom and we'll be the haters of Boom. And we're not
Yeah.
launching any Boom level two stuff. So don't
No,
worry about
no,
that. It's Boom is
no.
miserable enough without level two.
I will say that that our goal in 2027 is going to be to get a couple more level two games out there as well. That's our goal is we want to like we already have level two 7 Up is basically complete, beta tested, rules, everything. We just need to kind of make sure that the rules look good, make sure Brian's got everything ready to go in the system. So that one's definitely something for 2027. And then we've got a bunch of ideas, great ideas from our group here, our community, for greedy level two. We don't have a finalized version or anything, but we've got some great ideas for greedy
Funky
level
level
two.
two.
What's that?
Funky level two would be a natural progression since our crossover games are going level two and four-way play is going level two because it's like a combo
Oh,
game with level two.
you mean for UpDiff?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I think a lot of the people that really focus on Funky, 7 Up, those games, they're like loyalists to those games. They play a lot of it. So I think they would really appreciate having the opportunity to play level two at UpDiff and have that extra push and challenge. Funky is just it's one of those games. It's like a boom. There's people that's their absolute favorite game and they really push the level on that one.
Well, there was a interesting thing that happened this year with 7 Up. I think it was 7 Up. 7 Up is usually like one of our lower
Yeah. Yeah, we
uh
had a lot of registrations at UpDiff.
yeah,
We
yeah.
usually have the lowest number of 7 Uppers. And this year something happened.
Yeah, they came out strong.
Yeah. I guess some of the clubs that are running events, have a strong love for the crossover games. So we're seeing that pick up a little bit more, which is good. That means we could be pulling in more new players from the agility community. And those types of communities have always been great for UpDog games. You can usually jump right in and have success right away without even having a lot of proficiency with the disc. So we're happy to see more love happening for the crossover games for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. This is kind of a shorter episode, but maybe that's a good thing for you. Maybe you had a shorter drive. But we are glad that you listened. We hope that you're excited about leveling up to with these two games over the course of this year and 2027. You're looking forward to seeing these games at level two at UpDiff. We were excited to share this with you. We were excited to get the information out there early so that you can be practicing and playing at some of your events this year. If you have questions about level two, put them in the comments. If you have comments just about your opinions about these things moving to level two at UpDiff, I probably don't even need to tell you to put that in the comment. You'll probably put it in there anyway, but we would love to hear that. We always like to hear your opinions. Doesn't mean that we can go with your opinion all the time, as you know. We try to go with what most people think, and sometimes we just go with what we like because dang it, we're in charge. Um, but we love to hear from you guys. So please put your comments in the post, in the Facebook post, and that way there we'll know what you think. In the
And we
meantime,
hope,
right? Oh,
oh,
sorry.
that we're
Go,
going to
go,
see you
go.
in an UpDog field soon. And in the meantime, be kind to each other.
And be kind to your animals. See you next time on The Sweet Spot.
Dog. What up, dog? Woo! Up, dog. Ready, set, go! Yo, you heard the buzz, heard the word on the street. UpDog challenge, it can't be beat. It ain't just fetch, it's a very special game for the dogs and the people. We all shout its name, whether it's a roller or in the air. My canine companion doesn't really care. We're in the UpDog zone now. Got that laser focus, making every throw an epic high flying bonus. What's up, dog? We're on the field, sun in the sky, with my best friend soaring, teaching that just to fly. It's the UpDog jingle, so come get in the mix for the ultimate teamwork and all the best tricks. From throw and go to freestyle, we're bringing the heat. We're fun, helpful, and a friendly team that can't be beat. So if you love your pup and you love to see the disc really spin, come on down to UpDog, where the good times begin. Yeah, where the good times begin.